Welcome back, you guys. Part 4 of my fall and winter fragrance collection for 2020. My picks for when the weather cools off this year. This is the Animalic list. So if you are into the dark, dirty, nasty, stanky, musky scents, it sounds terrible, but some people are into that stuff and I actually enjoy it in moderation. So these are my picks for Animalic fragrances for the fall and winter this year. But first, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Maite. I review fragrances and products. I love all things that smell good. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel. Give this video a thumbs up and click the little notification bell so you can be notified anytime I upload a new video. I upload every Monday or Wednesday at 4. So if you missed part 1, 2, and 3, which were my designer, niche and indie, and gourmand lists, I will leave them all linked down below. Let me know what you guys think so far down in the comments about my lists. I hope this is helpful. I wanted to give you guys like the most options and also categorize it to where you're getting, you know, to see what you're really interested in versus bunching them all up in one list and then you having to like watch it all to decipher. So if you're into designer fragrances, you can watch my designer list. If you're into more niche and indie, you can watch my indie list. If you're into gourmands or very sweet vanilla amber fragrances, and watch that one. And this one is my Animalic list. So if you are into dirty musk, castoreum, civet, leather, really stanky leather though, not smoky leather. I'm talking about like the leather that smells a little poopy, then please keep on watching. Let's get this one right out of the way because I can't wear it, but if you love stanky oud, Leather and Oud by Christian Dior may be one to check out. I personally don't enjoy this one, but I feel like it would smell really amazing on somebody else, preferably like a man. I'm not sure if this is, like for me, I can't pull it off. I think it's a little bit too stank for my taste. And I personally wouldn't recommend it to a woman unless you love that kind of thing, but that's my personal, you know, opinion. It's quite pungent. Okay, so these are the notes: leather, civet, agar, patchouli, sandalwood, birch, cedar, and vetiver, cardamom, cloves, amyris, beeswax, amber, and labdanum. So to be fair, I feel like the dry down is much more tolerable than the opening. I feel like it gets a lot earthier and just that poopy oud tones down, but the civet is quite stank in this. And yes, not for your beginner fragrance enthusiast. I would say if you are venturing out into testing really Animalic scents, definitely give Leather and Oud a try. Next up, I was debating whether to put it on this list or my niche and designer, but I feel like Timbuktu by L'Artisan Parfum has a little bit of a kind of dirty musk vibe. It is very smoky. The mango in here is unripe. It's green. It's a little bit sour and funky. I'm not sure if there's actual like Animalic notes in this, but it almost gives a little bit of like a dirty musk vibe, like pungent and sour. But this is a fragrance that anytime I smell it, I'm like blown away, blown away. It is definitely a masterpiece. If you haven't smelled Timbuktu, this formulation in the gold top bottle is more difficult to find. And I don't know what the one with the black bottle and label, like it's like, I think it's like a black bottle and black cap. I'm not sure if that one is comparable to this formulation. So, you know, somebody let me know if you've smelled both the one in the gold cap and the black cap and how they compare. I've heard that the performance is lacking in the newer formulation, but this is a monster. Lasts all day. It projects. It's stunning, stunning fragrance. and definitely heavier. And because it's so smoky, it's better suited, in my opinion, for the cool months. Okay, so the notes: green mango, pink pepper berries, cardamom, Caro Carundi flower, smoky incense, papyrus wood, patchouli, myrrh, and vetiver. Very exotic. It is definitely exotic. You definitely smell like some kind of African queen or king. This is Timbuktu by L'Artisan Parfumeur. So another dirty oud scent, but this one for me is a lot more tolerable than the leather and oud. I actually do like wearing this one. It is very pungent and heavy, and definitely not for the faint of heart. The leather is more amped up, which I think is why I like this one more over the leather and oud by Christian Dior. This is Tom Ford's Oud Wood Intense. I've smelled oud wood and it's literally like 10 notches turned down. This is way turned up. Like, intense is an understatement. It is a monster. It is leathery. It's masculine. It is sexy, you guys. Very sexy, but masculine. So if you are a woman and you're not into masculine fragrances, I would probably stay away from this one. But if you don't mind fragrances that lean a bit more masculine, then definitely check out Oud Wood Intense. The notes on Tom Ford Oud Wood Intense are oud wood, angelica, castoreum, cypress, and ginger. So there's no actual leather listed, but I get very leathery vibes from this, and it's possibly from that castoreum. So I don't think it's overly animalic. I do think it falls under the animalic category, but not as animalic as Leather Oud by Christian Dior. So if you want more of like a barnyard oud, leather and oud. If you want more of like a musky kind of stank leather, funky a little bit, then do Oud Wood Intense. Next up, Bruno Fazzolari or Fazzotics Eau de la Narcissus or Narcisse. Stunning floral sheep. It has like this dirty musk, but it's so smooth. It's more about that jasmine and oak moss and like this smoky oak moss. Oh, it is so nice, you guys. If you love jasmine and you love like a little bit of dirty musk, it has this like vintage feel. When I see this fragrance, when I smell it, what I see is like black lingerie, very seductive, very sensual, absolutely stunning animalic scent. And yeah, definitely one to check out if you love sheeps and you love jasmine and a little bit of a dirty musk vibe. This is Eau de la Narcisse by Fazzotic. Next up, and I'm so happy I was finally able to add this one to my collection. It was a gift from my husband, and it's been on my wish list for so long, since I first smelled it many months ago. It was love at first sniff. This is Musc Ravageur by Frederic Malle. You guys, this is so cozy. When I think of this fragrance, it's like a comforting, warm, fuzzy blanket, kind of like this, like if you were just to like cuddle up with something like warm and fuzzy like this on a gloomy day, sipping some like chai tea, some hot chai tea out of a big mug. It's just so cozy, and there is like a dirty musk vibe, but it's not too dirty. It just gives it this very, I don't know, special feel. It's hard to describe, but what I get a lot of in the opening is that lavender, and then cinnamon and vanilla, and then that dirty musk kind of creeps in as it dries down, and it's just so delicious. It kind of gives me like gourmand vibes. The notes on Musc Ravageur are bergamot, cinnamon, lavender, cloves, sandalwood, tonka bean, vanilla, guaiac wood, and cedar. Oh, the sandalwood is super creamy, so smooth. There's a lot of cinnamon, and the cloves I get a lot of. It's definitely more of a cool, cold weather, comfy, by the fireplace fragrance. It's stunning. It is stunning. It's a stunning scent. It's not the most unique or complex, but it is absolutely everything I love about a fragrance. I love that it kind of transports me into this like whole mood. This is Musk Ravager by Frederic Malle. Next up, Bel Ami Vetiver by Hermes. Gorgeous presentation, and this is 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 for me. It is a perfect balance of this classic clean vetiver, you know, that citrusy classic vetiver, with dirty, earthy, smoky, so much smoke. That vetiver. So there's two different kinds of vetivers. There's like clean, citrusy vetiver, fresh vetiver, and then that very dark, dirty vetiver. And that's a combo of both. It is leathery. It's a little green. It's so beautiful. And I was really surprised by this one. I didn't think I would like it as much as I did. I definitely prefer this over the original Bel Ami, which is more focused on that like clean leather. This is a lot dirtier, but still smooth. The notes on Bel Ami Vetiver are cardamom, elemi, basil, carnation, iris, patchouli, Russian leather, vetiver, amber, civet, styrax, and vanilla. So civet, but it's not too like stank, you know, it's not too musky. It's blended to perfection. If you haven't checked out Bel Ami Vetiver, please do. It's such a smoky masterpiece. It's beautiful. This is Bel Ami Vetiver by Hermes. Up next, Night Flyer by Olympic Orchids. Another one that transports me. This one transports me to a dark, damp cave full of bats and their droppings, and they're half-eaten, overripe fruits all over the floor. Oh, there's like a furriness, and so much rich earthiness. There's smoke. Another one that I absolutely love. I mean, all my fragrances I love, you guys. So I'm gonna sound super repetitive. I love all my fragrances. I wouldn't have them in my collection if I didn't love them. If you love dark, smoky, dirty scents, absolutely must check out Night Flyer by Olympic Orchids. The notes on Night Flyer are sandalwood, olabinum wood, vetiver, furry musk, accord, wet earth, damp air, mineral notes, resins, leather, figs, banana, and soft tropical fruits. How delicious does that sound? It works. It works, and it's just, it's not crowd pleasing, and it's very complex. Not for the faint of heart, but it's a stunning fragrance. Yeah, I love this one. I love the bottle too. I love the bat on it. This is Night Flyer. Up next, Under My Skin by Francesca Bianchi. The most moist fragrance in my collection. It's very carnal, erotic. It smells like, first, in essence, it's vanilla and cinnamon and musk. But there's, I don't know, something so unique about it. It's like what my skin is supposed to smell like. I was supposed to be born smelling like this. This is so amazing. The notes on Under My Skin are grapefruit, lavender, black pepper, spices, Bulgarian rose, carnation, iris butter, musk, castoreum, ambergris, leather accord, costus, tonka bean, tolu balsam, Peru balsam, sandal Mysore, vanilla, and tree moss. How delicious does that sound? It is rich. There's, how can I explain? Butter. It's like this buttery vanilla and spices and like dirty musk. And it has this like wetness, and it's wet. I don't know. I love it. It's definitely a very cozy, comforting scent, and one that would work very well in the cooler months. This is Under My Skin by Francesca Bianchi. Up next, you guys. Oh yes, that has a little bit of stank. This is African Leather by MEMO Paris. So nice. So nice, so sexy. Definitely exotic, smooth leather with spices and vetiver and a lot of like smokiness. It's like this rich, smoky vibe. It's very regal, like the bottle. Look how cool the bottle is. It's just, it feels very, very expensive. The notes on African leather are bergamot, cardamom, saffron, cumin, geranium, patchouli, agarwood, leather, vetiver, and musk. It's the combination of that cumin and musk that gives it this like funky vibe. Not a bad funk, no, not like BO, but just this like kind of very pungent, sour, a little sour funkiness. It's so nice. Definitely one that both my husband and I reach for more when it's cold, because it can get a little bit too much in like the hot weather. Definitely very heavy. It's a monster, projects, lasts, all of that. This is African Leather by MEMO Paris. Next up, Mon Oasis by Motif Olfactive. Now, it's not available right now, but I know Oz is restocking, I think at the end of the year, hopefully, fingers crossed. You guys, another beautiful jasmine and oak moss, smoky, kind of sheep vibes. It's super sexy, rich, voluptuous. It smells like everything I want to smell like. I would pick this as my signature scent. Out of all my fragrances, this would be a signature scent worthy fragrance for me. The notes on Mon Oasis are yuzu, pear, lavenders, vetiver, oak moss, hay absolute, tobacco absolute, sandalwood, jasmine, musk, and cedar. The musk in here I feel is a little bit dirty. It's not like clean musk. It's definitely very earthy, very smoky, potent, very potent, you guys. This is another monster. This would be backup worthy, absolutely. I've made a little bit of a dent, but you don't need too much. This does well all year round, but I think it would shine in the cooler months. This is Mon Oasis by Motif Olfactive. Next up, and this is a special little bottle that I was able to find on OfferUp. This is Serge Lutens CUIR MAURESQUE, which translates to Moorish leather. This is a very hard to find Paris exclusive bell jar, which I don't know how, I think it's gorgeous, but it's a little difficult to apply my fragrance. But I'm going to decant it into like a atomizer. But I really wanted this little bell jar. This fragrance is jasmine and civet heavy. So you have to like jasmine and you have to like civet because it's pretty animalic. But it's so beautiful. The opening is a little cloyingly sweet, but the dry down, it's like this charred suede with that jasmine and spices. It's very exotic. The dry down is absolutely stunning, you guys. It leaves my skin scented with like this dry amber, very dusty amber scent on my skin once it like fully dries down. So it's not a fragrance that goes away. It lingers for a very long time. The notes on CUIR MAURESQUE are amber, myrrh, burnt styrax, incense, cinnamon, aloe wood, cedar, civet, nutmeg, clove, cumin, musk, mandarin peel, and orange blossom. There's a lot of, in the opening, that orange blossom and jasmine, so it's very sweet, but the dry down is beautiful. So if you can find some, definitely pick it up if you love animalic fragrances, if you love jasmine and civet. And I feel like, yes, this would perform very nicely for the winter time. This is CUIR MAURESQUE by Serge Lutens. All right, we made it. This was part 4 of my 4-part fall and winter fragrance list. These were my animalic picks. Let me know if there was something in here that you guys have had your eyes on, if there's something that interested you. I feel like these are all very wearable. Besides that leather and oud from Christian Dior, they're all pretty wearable. Some of them are a little situational, like Night Flyer from Olympic Orchids, but I think even if you're kind of just newly getting into animalic fragrances, some of these will definitely hit the mark for you. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up, and click the little notification bell so you can be notified anytime I upload a new video. I upload every Monday or Wednesday at 4. Have a great one, you guys. Mwah! Matcha green tea lattes are life. This is so good. Floral, floral. Oh, I'm getting tired. And I'm getting hot. Let me tell you, this is not for Florida. This jacket, yeah, I look cute, but I'm hot. Even leather oud, I feel like, I don't know, I feel like it'll grow on me. We'll see, maybe not.